If you look up anything about menopause, one thing becomes obvious almost immediately. Everywhere you turn, there's a supplement being recommended. Something for hot flashes, something for sleep, something for mood, something for energy. It starts to feel like there's an invisible checklist, and unless you're taking the right combination of pills, you're somehow falling behind. But here's the question, almost no one stops to ask. What if most of that isn't actually necessary? Because once you step back and look at this more carefully, the situation becomes less clear, and at the same time, more honest. And that honesty changes how you approach everything. Menopause is often treated like a problem that needs to be fixed. Symptoms appear, and the instinct is to add something. A supplement, a routine, a quick solution. It feels like control. It feels like you're doing something proactive. But that reaction can be misleading, because menopause itself is not a deficiency. It's a natural biological transition. And that distinction is where everything starts to shift. The changes during menopause are real. Hormones fluctuate, sleep can become inconsistent, energy levels can rise and fall unpredictably, and symptoms like hot flashes or mood changes can become part of daily life. These experiences can be uncomfortable, sometimes frustrating, and it makes complete sense that people look for something that might help. But this is where the situation becomes more complicated than it first appears. Not every symptom is caused by something you can fix with a supplement. And not every supplement that promises relief is actually addressing what's happening in your body. This creates a gap between expectation and reality. On one side, there's a clear promise. Take this and you'll feel better. On the other side, there's a complex process happening inside your body that doesn't always respond to simple solutions. And this is where a better question becomes more useful than the one most people ask. Instead of asking what you should take, it's more effective to ask whether you need to take anything at all. Because for some people, the answer might be yes. There are nutrients that become more important during this stage. Calcium, for example, plays a role in bone health, which can change over time. Vitamin D supports how your body uses calcium. Magnesium is often connected to muscle function and sleep quality. But here's the detail that most people miss. These are not menopause supplements. They are basic nutrients your body has always needed. Which means the real issue isn't menopause itself. It's whether your overall nutrition is already meeting your needs. And this is where things start to shift in a way that most people don't expect. If your diet is already balanced, if you're regularly eating whole foods, and if your body is getting what it needs consistently, then supplements may not add much at all. And that raises a question that changes the entire conversation. If your baseline is already strong, what exactly are supplements doing? This is where the difference between marketing and reality becomes clear. Many supplements are presented as targeted solutions for menopause symptoms. But in reality, the effects are often more subtle. Some may help slightly in certain situations, while others don't produce consistent results across different people. And that doesn't mean they're useless. It means they're often misunderstood. This is one of the biggest disconnects in this space. The expectations are high. The actual impact is usually moderate. And unless you understand that difference before you start, it's easy to feel like something isn't working, even when your expectations were simply unrealistic. There's another layer that makes this even more important. Menopause is not the same for everyone. Two people can go through it in completely different ways. One might experience intense symptoms, while another might barely notice the change. Which means the idea that one supplement or one routine will work for everyone doesn't really make sense. But that's exactly how they're often presented, as if there's a universal solution. And this is where many people unknowingly start making decisions that don't match their actual situation. They begin taking multiple supplements at once, hoping something will make a difference. But more doesn't always mean better. In fact, it can sometimes create overlap, unnecessary intake, or combinations that don't provide additional benefit. And this leads to a point that doesn't get enough attention. Supplements don't replace the foundation. They sit on top of it. And if that foundation isn't there, the results will always be limited. That foundation is built on things that sound simple, but are often ignored. Consistent nutrition, enough protein, adequate fiber, healthy fats, regular movement, and quality sleep. These factors influence how your body responds during menopause far more than any single supplement. But this is also where the conversation becomes more balanced. Because saying supplements aren't always necessary doesn't mean they have no role. It means their role is more specific. They are tools, not solutions. They make sense when there is a clear reason to use them, when there is a gap to fill, or a specific need that isn't being met through diet alone. And once you understand that, the entire approach changes. You stop asking what everyone else is taking. You start asking what your body actually needs. And that shift makes everything more intentional. It also explains something that confuses a lot of people. Why do some people feel like supplements help, while others feel no difference at all? The answer usually isn't the supplement itself. It's the context. If a supplement fills a real gap, you might notice a change. If it doesn't, then it's unlikely to make a meaningful difference. And that's why the same product can feel effective for one person and pointless for another. There's also another factor that plays a bigger role than most people realize: expectation. When something is presented as a solution, you expect a noticeable improvement. And when that improvement doesn't happen, it creates frustration, even if the supplement is performing exactly as expected. This is why understanding limitations is just as important as understanding potential benefits. Because once your expectations match reality, your decisions become more grounded. You stop chasing quick fixes. You start building habits that actually support your body over time. And that's where the real progress happens. Menopause is not something that needs to be fixed with a single answer. It's a process your body goes through, and how you support that process matters more than any one product. Which brings everything back to a simple idea. Supplements can be helpful, but they are not automatically necessary. They are most effective when used with purpose, not by default. And once you see that clearly, it becomes much easier to avoid unnecessary choices and focus on what actually makes a difference. So instead of asking what you should be taking, it might be more useful to ask what your body is actually missing, if anything at all. Because the answer to that question is where real clarity begins. And if you want more content that breaks down topics like this in a clear, practical way, without adding confusion, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Because understanding what actually matters is often the difference between doing more and doing what works.